What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Omzy here, and I am here with Death Note episode 10. Obviously, the last episode, probably one of my favorite episodes in the series so far, as L finally revealed to Light that he was actually L. Now, obviously, Light doesn't believe him. He doesn't even know what to think, because obviously in the last episode, he finally got stumped. And I loved how I said a couple episodes ago, man, are they ever going to stump this kid? Like, is this dude ever going to get stumped? Because this dude always knows what the hell they are doing. No, in the last episode, he got really pissed and he did not know what to do. So going forward, now they have finally met each other, and now it looks like they're going to be having a little friendship, so to speak. But no, really, it's just going to be them kind of wanting to basically get to know each other, and Light really wants to kill him, but L really wants to get close to him, and I am really excited to see how this dynamic works. That's all I can really say. So obviously I said I've loved this series so far. Now, 10 episodes in, I love it very, very much. So now I just can't wait to see where we go from here. Can't wait to also see some new characters eventually get introduced. I want to know. I don't want it to be like an Akame got killed thing where it's like I want to meet new characters that don't die in the next episode. It's like, still, like, I just want to meet some new characters, but I know I eventually will. But with that out of the way, we are going to get straight into episode 10. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys like my reaction, like, subscribe, comment down below. You guys want to get notified on when we release those videos, definitely smash that notification bell. But with that being said, let's get right into the episode.
I have to admit, I was surprised, Ryuga. I never thought you'd ask me to play tennis as a way to get to know each other. Is it a problem for you?
Is it a problem for you?
But when you first invited me to play, did you know how good I was?
Yes, I'll be fine though. It's been a while, but at one time I was actually the British junior champion.
Ooh, okay.
If he's British, would he think I'm trying to find out more about him because I'm Kira?
I'd be laughing my ass off if L just...
Were you raised in the UK?
I lived in England for about 5 years when I was younger, but save your breath. Well, since it's our first match, why don't we just play a single set? First one to 6?
That's fine by me.
Let's go, L.
This is just a friendly game of tennis, nothing more. In and of itself, it won't determine if Light is Kira. But I know Kira hates to lose.
Yeah. Whoo! Damn. Okay. He didn't even see it coming.
You know, Yagami, it's been 4 months since this case came to the public's attention, and they want results. People are saying that the NPA is incompetent, that L is incompetent.
With all due respect, sir, the rest of the department runs away with their tails between their legs, and we're incompetent? Do you have any idea how many people are left at Task Force headquarters these days? If you're concerned with public opinion, then you'll want to suppress the fact that most of our detectives would rather let a serial killer roam free than risk their lives. Please excuse me.
Wow. I did not think he was feeling that way.
What about this L character? Can he be trusted?
In my opinion, he's a lot more capable than we are. Right now, even as we speak, he's risking his life.
I love how they're all standing there just watching them.
These two really amateurs?
Relax, Light. While it's true that Kira hates losing, it's also true that most people would rather win than lose. It's human nature.
Is he going to think that I'm Kira if I go for the win? I suppose I could just lose on purpose, but if I do, it could work against me.
God, these guys are meant for each other. My God.
Expect me to throw the match to avoid suspicion. I don't see any way they can profile me based on a tennis match. So, I have to assume he has some other goal in mind. No way. I'm not going to let him win.
Oh, shit. Okay. What's the score?
He's going for the win.
That's 4 games all. Light Yagami to serve.
And just like that, we've got an umpire and a line judge.
Oh, you won't believe this. I thought I'd heard the name Light Yagami somewhere before, so I checked. He was the 0203 junior high tennis champion. Apparently, during the third-year awards ceremony, he announced that he was hanging up his racket. And I guess he hasn't played competitively since.
Hey, what about my Ryuga? Don't tell me you
That
want
dude
to
ran all the way down there just to tell him that shit.
Because I wanted to play tennis with you, you'll assume that I'm preparing to take a step closer, laying the groundwork
then you're going to try and trap me by getting me to say something that only Kira would know.
However, I'm sure you'll tell me you need to know if you can trust me first. And of course, the only way to win
This
your
is
trust
great.
will be to share what I know about Kira. So it goes without saying that the first thing you're going to want from me is...
some kind of confirmation from a third party that you really are L, which means
we'll have to go to Task Force headquarters.
Ooh.
in all things, one cannot win with defense alone.
Uh-oh.
To win, you must attack!
Oh, no, he got him.
Game and set! Won by Light Yagami!
Damn.
6 games to 4!
Damn, he was close, though.
You want to go somewhere for a drink?
You humored me with the tennis match. The least I can do is answer some of your questions. But before this conversation goes any further, there's something I must tell you.
What's that?
I suspect that you, Light Yagami, are in fact Kira. Now, if you still want to ask me something, then please go ahead.
Jesus Christ. Just completely stopped in his tracks.
This coffee shop is one of my favorites in the area, and if we sit here, there's no chance of anyone overhearing us.
Thanks for showing me this place. I can see why you like it.
Not to mention, we're so out of the way here, no one's going to give you a hard time about the way you sit.
I don't sit like this because I want to. I have to sit like this. You see, if I were to sit normally, my deductive skills would immediately be reduced by roughly 40%. So,
I love L, my God.
I'm sure that can wait until you're convinced that I'm not Kira. So please, let's talk about whatever you want to.
you're under no obligation to do this, but would you mind submitting yourself to a test of your deductive reasoning skills?
Sure, why not? Sounds like fun.
All right, then. We can begin by taking a look at these.
What are those?
Photographs
Oh!
of 3 notes written by prison inmates while under Kira's control.
Ooh,
Just
shit.
prior
He
to
brought the
this,
notes
none of
with
this
him.
information has been made public.
If I ignored this fact and was still able to come up with the phrase, L, do you know, gods of death love apples, what would that mean? Clearly, if I read it the way Kira intended on my first attempt, I'd only look more suspicious.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm able to solve this silly code isn't enough on its own to prove that I'm Kira. If you line these notes up side by side and take a look at the first letter of every line, it reveals a message. Rearranging it like this gives you L, do you know? Gods of death love apples. But there are obvious print numbers on the back of all these photographs. Arrange it in that order, we get L, do you know? Love apples, gods of death. That doesn't sound right. And based on that, it's hard to believe that Kira would have wanted you to read it this way.
That's incorrect. The thing is, there were actually 4 photographs. When we add this one, it reads...
What's that?
Do you know? Gods of death who love apples have red hands.
Oh.
Fake. I never made any criminal write the letter in this 4th picture. Is he stupid?
Yeah, that is
But
different.
seeing as I only had 3 photographs to work with, my deduction was perfect.
No, it wasn't. The truth is, there were 4 of them. If you'd figured that out, it would have been perfect. If you were me, faced with someone who might be Kira, how would you go about establishing this person's innocence or guilt? You need to be absolutely sure.
I would probably try to get him to say something that was never made public in any way. Something that only Kira could know. Kinda like what you were doing just now.
Truly amazing. What's incredible is that I've asked countless detectives that same question, and it took most of them minutes to even come up with an answer.
But he came up within like 2 seconds.
Immediately thought of a scenario in which Kira is speaking directly to the investigator. I'm impressed. You'll make a fine detective, Light.
But it's a bit of a double-edged sword. The more impressive my answers, the more of a suspect I become.
Yes, it's about 3% now.
About 3%
However,
now.
It's made me that much more determined to work with you on this investigation.
However, if you are in fact L, I don't imagine it would be that hard for you to prove it to me. I think I'd be convinced if, say, my father or someone else from the task force headquarters was able to confirm your identity. If you can't do that, then I'm afraid I just won't be able to help you.
Oh boy.
You sure talk a lot, don't you, Light?
You sure talk a lot.
That's losing. I think that's 7%.
7.
I don't remember saying you couldn't meet anyone from task force headquarters to verify my identity. I'm currently working alongside your father, as well as several other senior detectives from the NPA. Now, if I understand you correctly, and I take you to task force headquarters, you'll help us with the investigation. Am I safe in making this assumption?
Does this guy have a death wish? I don't understand. What's he thinking?
I don't know.
Excuse me.
Oh, there goes mine.
Yes?
Ryuzaki, I have some bad news.
Oh, shit.
Light, your father is...
Light, it's your...
My father, he had a heart attack.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, I have some theories on this, but I'll see where the episode goes.
So the doctors think stress was the only cause?
Yeah. To be honest, I thought it was Kira when I first collapsed, but I'll be alright. It seems I've been pushing myself a bit too hard lately.
Indeed. It must have added to your stress knowing that Light is a suspect in this investigation.
You actually told my father that?
Yes. In fact, I've told him everything. It's true, he even knows that I am L.
That's correct. This man is L.
So that's, I mean,
His identity.
that's some confirmation right there.
Refer to him as Ryuzaki, but make no mistake, it's him.
This guy is the real L. My father wouldn't lie. The very same man who's been controlling the police up to this point. If I get rid of him and the rest of the investigative team... No, let's face it, it wouldn't be that simple. There's no need to rush. I have time to sit back and watch.
Said L has to, well, not L. Light has to play the long game on this one. He's in a very, very dire situation right now.
I'd like nothing more than to catch Kira so I can prove once and for all that I'm not him.
No, Light. This is a time in your life when you should be studying to become a police officer. It won't be too late to join us once you are done.
Come on, Dad, what are you talking about? Who knows how many years that'll take? Besides, don't you remember my promise? That if something ever happened to you, I would find Kira and make sure he gets executed.
I refuse to believe that my son could turn out to be Kira.
This doesn't seem like an act.
I like his, like, look better. When, like, this animation comes down, I love how L looks.
Listen to me. Kira is pure evil. We can all agree on that. But recently I've started thinking of this whole situation in a different way. What is truly evil is the power to kill people. And any person who has come to possess this kind of power is cursed. No matter how you use it, no true happiness can be obtained like that. Not by killing other people.
I think you're absolutely right. If Kira is just a normal person who somehow obtained this awful power, I would say that he's cursed.
Ryuzaki, I'm sorry for all this trouble, but I'll be back at work as soon as the doctors let me out of here.
What would it take to get you to believe that I'm not Kira? Please, isn't there something?
If you aren't Kira, it won't be necessary. Let things run their course and the truth will be revealed.
I can't take this anymore. Put yourself in my position. How do you think it feels to be accused of being Kira?
It was one of the worst feelings ever.
What if you were to lock me up for a month in a place with no TV or any other kind of access to the outside world and keep a constant watch over me?
Would any normal person be willing to go to such extreme measures to clear their name?
Let me guess, is he gonna say his
I
room?
can't do anything that would deprive you of basic human rights. And furthermore, it's complete nonsense for the investigator to take suggestions from his suspect.
I understand.
True.
Ryuk. Huh? I never once felt cursed since I picked up the death note. In fact, the thought never even crossed my mind. I'm happier than I've ever been, all thanks to this power. I'm going to create a perfect world. Honestly, I could care less whether you feel cursed or happy to have a notebook. I'll leave that sentimental crap to you humans.
What is this crap? Don't tell me this is your idea of a proposal! Listen, you people must think that just mentioning Kira's name is enough to get us the ratings we need, huh? Well, you're wrong! Our program gets the ratings because we cover the stories that the other stations won't touch.
What is this, a news
What I
channel?
need is a good freaking story, not this crap. Now get out there and find me a story!
But
This is like the J. Jonah Jameson of Death Note.
to get details from them lately.
Idiot! I don't pay you to complain. If they won't give you anything, then get creative!
Mr. Demagawa, sir, this is for you.
What is it?
The hell?
So who is this from? Huh? Now this is more like it. This is what I call a story. It's almost too good to be true. A not broadcast these tapes, I will kill your company's board of directors one by one. Who wouldn't air these? If this is for real, our ratings are gonna go through the roof.
Jesus.
Holy crap! I'm so excited I feel like I'm having a heart attack here.
Jesus Christ. All right, that was episode 10. Not a bad episode. Basically, obviously, this was just going to be Light and Elle really kind of getting close to each other, dissecting each other. Basically, it was kind of just wordplay between each other. Basically, both of them kind of feeling each other out. The only thing I was really kind of spotting from this episode was how much Elle was taking from Light. Like, everything that Light was saying, everything that he was doing, how he was acting. Even at the end with being like, hey, how can I prove to you that I am not Kira? Almost seeming like he is really desperate to try to get this, like, really trying not to have anybody suspect he's Kira, even though he is or he isn't, because everybody doesn't know. It really makes you think, and it's obviously them that are going to be thinking a lot for what he's from what he has been doing and how he's acting. So it's going to go either way. And obviously with Light being in this position, which is definitely new for him, because he is put into a position where he has to play the long game. And he, obviously from the last episode, he cannot do anything. So it's going to take probably the next couple episodes to see maybe what he's going to do. Or obviously at the end of this episode, I'm wondering what those tapes are. I probably can't remember what those tapes actually are just off the top of my head. Those honestly could be anything. They could be obviously from something that we saw a couple episodes ago, or it could be something new that they could be bringing into the show. So I have no idea. But yeah, when they said that Chief Yagami had a heart attack, it was just kind of thinking that, like, when I said I had a theory, I was obviously, if he did die in that moment, then obviously it couldn't have obviously been Kira. If he would have died, then I would have maybe said it would maybe have to deal with the other Shinigami, maybe. Or if there was maybe another death note, like not another death note, but like just maybe involving the Shinigami. That was probably the only theory that I have. But obviously since he's alive and just everything else, obviously, it couldn't have anything to do with the Death Note. But yeah, I'm excited to see where we go in the next couple episodes, and even in the next episode concerning those tapes, and honestly what happens with all that. But thank you guys for watching my reaction. You guys are excited for the rest of Death Note, and you guys like the channel, like, subscribe, comment down below. And as always, my name is Omzy, and I am out.